Tracy, where you hear this from?
Tracy Peas, welcome, you guys. We do not own the rights to this song, by the way. Okay. She knows the word.
Yeah.
It's all about making that GTA. Boys in the hood are always hard.
Okay, you got it. You got it. Oh, you got it. You just made my day. Welcome. We are live on Politics with the Princess. I am Tashana, the political princess. With us, of course, we have the soft-spoken, fabulous Tracy Peas, you guys.
I don't even know how you can say that without laughing. I mean, seriously.
Okay, we also have this incredible young man that we both love, EJ. EJ, no last name. EJ. Just EJ.
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 Like Madonna.
Like Madonna, and we have EJ. So, welcome again to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can call in with us at 313-355-6018. Today is Friday, March 31st, the last day in March. We're already in the third month of the year already. Time is flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're closing out Women's Month. This is the last day of Women's Month. But every day is Women's Day for me, right? I mean, I would think so. Women rule the world. So we're closing out Women's Month. It's March 31st. Raining outside, but shining in here because we're here, right? Mm-hmm. Words of inspiration we always want to begin with, you guys. Words of inspiration. EJ, do you got anything to inspire the people with today? Inspiration. You gotta turn your phone down, Tracy.
No.
Inspiration for people at home. It's Friday. They're about to get into the weekend. They've been working all week. Words of inspiration, soft-spoken, beautiful Tracy?
Don't get too
Tomorrow's Hash Bash in Ann Arbor.
That's words of inspiration.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That'll inspire me to do a lot of stuff.
So, I will say words of inspiration for me, what I like to give people is that there's only one you. So, I will say it's only one you. Be the best you ever. Right, EJ?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like cornball, but it's true. Be the best you ever. There is only one you. Nobody can be you, and nor can you be anyone else. You are made uniquely, period, point blank. And so I say that because, we always say people watch Facebook and they imitate Facebook and they want to be other people on Facebook and let me try. Oh, if I do this like them, then I will be successful. Oh, you're watching somebody else live trying to literally be them and be their life, which is actually bullcrap. Because just be yourself. Be your authentic self. And I promise you, you will have the most success.
And always make sure that whatever you do, you're true to yourself.
Yeah.
That is number one.
That's the authentic self.
You have to be able to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror in the morning because everybody else can disappear, but you're stuck with you. So,
yeah,
that's hard for a lot of people.
Okay, explain why, EJ. This is why I want to dig into
I feel
this.
like young people, especially like in college, they try to put this image, and because they, looking at Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and all these different things. I go to a bunch of school. I go to school with a bunch of kids that's like that. They try to just, imitate or be like somebody else, even though that's not you. That's really why you can't be that or you can't do it.
Right. That's why I will not be successful.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm literally telling y'all this. When you are walking into your authentic self, like you, like just all the quirks and weird stuff that you don't like about yourself. But when you accept those and genuinely be you, when in front of anybody, that's when you are your most successful. You don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about, oh, I put out this facade, I lied about this. You don't have to worry about nothing. So you're walking into a room as your authentic self. This is me. Take me or don't take me. Who the fuck? I don't care if they don't. But this is me. You can sleep at night. This is me. And I think with young people, what's missing, and I don't know, how are your parents? Because my mother is always told me just be yourself.
Yeah, because like a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't like EJ, you shouldn't play like this, you shouldn't do that. That's just who I am. I joke around, I fuck with people all day. You know what I mean?
Yes, you do.
And people actually,
Yes,
when
do.
I'm noticing, a lot of people don't mind my personality though. You know, and a lot of people actually like that. Like I go to school, some people are like, well, maybe you shouldn't do this, maybe you shouldn't do that. But actually, when I go in public and I'm joking, I'm laughing and stuff, a lot of people actually want that. You know, and it's you being true to who you are though, and that's hey, and you're more happy with that though. You really actually are, because it's like, I don't know, I ain't about to kiss nobody ass or nothing, you know. I'm chilling.
Don't ever what I call dumb yourself down because somebody else doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. You don't if you can't accept me at my worst, my goofiest, my then you can't accept me at my best.
Right.
And I always use the analogy that when I first started in politics, right, you know, you go to all these events and everybody have on heels and they want you to wear these ball gowns and dresses, right?
I wear jogging
And
pants.
so I will buy certain clothes that I like, jeans, t-shirt, baseball caps. You know, I love baseball caps, right? And I wouldn't dress how I want to dress. I'll dress how people think a woman in politics would dress, like the crazy, like the, what was that, Jackie O dresses, the heels, like it's so uncomfortable for me. Somebody else might love that, right? And so I think I did that for like a year. I think a year and a half, give or take, right? And then I said, forget this. At these big balls, if I want to wear jeans, a blazer, and some nice heels, I'm doing that. So I start doing it, and then you start seeing other people doing it, but I start, like, being my authentic self. Why do I have to wear the ball? I don't have... Who says in this script that I got to wear this ball gown? Yes, you got to be... they want you to be dressy. I can be dressy and comfortable at the same time. So I just start literally being myself, dressing what makes me comfortable, which helped me start working better. And if I work better and I think better and I'm comfortable, I win. I'm not uncomfortable in this tightness, sitting there all crunched up. And when I walk,
having to cross your legs,
right?
Pull
It's
up
just,
your,
because it's just, and sometimes I get dressed up, but you better believe it's comfortable when I'm getting dressed up. It's not, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Like, I'm literally me walking in a room.
Like you wore my NAACP. She just wore a Louis Vuitton. It was just like a gown, not a gown, but it was just like a sweater. When you came to NAACP dinner, you wouldn't.
I had on a Fendi jacket. So I had on all black under, black pants, black top, heel. I had on a heel, but I had on a Fendi. But I was comfortable, and it was so comfortable. But that's me, and so I will tell people, be you.
Before I forget, I have to tell you what someone said to me the other day. I do DoorDash, and I was in Jersey Mike's picking up somebody's lunch, and I had on, I wear those T-shirts that say like vasectomies, stop abortions, and the regulate your dickhead and what have you.
Wow.
So there was this black woman who saw what I was wearing. And she looked at me, she said, you know what? She said, you go, girl. She said, because I have one thing to say. These guys that want to go ahead and disrespect us, I don't owe them my femininity. They can when you go, girl, I just thought that was just an awesome statement that she made.
Yeah, so I will say to the people there's only one you. You are made this way for a purpose, Be you, shine, and like Tracy said, do not dim your light to make anybody else comfortable. Do not do that. And that's it. So again, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I am Tashana, the political princess. I have my special guest co-host Tracy Pease, a very quiet-spoken woman, you know. And we have EJ, the youth that is coming up in this political world. I would say political / business world, right? And you know, he's up and coming, up and rising, and all those things. So we're going to dig right in. We will allow Tracy to tell us what happened with the former president, Tracy. She says they're laughing.
Yeah. So he was indicted. However, I don't believe.
Why was he indicted? Maybe like for those who are not listening, and some people don't even.
So
they tuned it out. So this is, we have to say his name. Former president before Joe Biden. Do we have to say his name?
45.
Okay.
So, first of all, the grand jury indicted him, but the grand jury will indict a ham sandwich. All right. He was indicted for paying off Stormy Daniels with I want to say it was campaign funds almost.
Wow.
All right. And don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but this is why he was indicted. Now, I don't believe for a minute that this white guy will ever see the inside of a jail cell. At all. But I would be very, very happy if they could prevent him from running for office ever again. Like,
not gonna happen. So you can have a felony, if I'm mistaken, and run for mayor. Run for president. The only thing I was told by a political person, the only thing that probably would prevent you is that you were not born in the United States of America. So I think this is the dumbest thing that they could have ever did right now in this moment. This is my point of view, and I think outside the box. All they are doing is igniting his base.
Yeah, and
that's it.
The Republicans gonna get way more money now.
And
it's just
fundraising is about to go through the roof.
Yep. And if
that's all they're doing.
And if
but they
find him not guilty, guess what? Now
he's been
emboldened.
If they find him guilty, guess what? Say whatever. Say he has to go to jail for a year. Just say when he comes out, he can still be president. He can have people running his campaign. The crazy people will still donate to his campaign and run his campaign while he's in jail. I doubt that they will put a president in jail. For all of you who think, I don't see it. I don't believe it. I never believe it. I think it's just a media thing that keeps this shit going and going and going. The best way to calm this is to totally ignore. Like, they're not going to put him in jail.
No, they're not.
He's not. I don't see it happening.
Nope.
But if he does go to jail, he's going to be famous. If he wins this, either way, he wins.
Yeah.
So we just screwed ourselves.
They screwed it. I would say the Supreme Court screwed themselves when they reversed Roe versus Wade. Right. All it did was unite the Democratic base, or all women, men all around not just United States, people from other countries was rooting we have to, So
I understand that, this is just going to go ahead and ignite his base, and he wins either way. However, you can't not do something because, you have to call out what he did was wrong.
They're doing it to try to prevent him yes, he's wrong, but you know how many presidents before him was wrong and didn't go to jail and they just stopped?
Nixon didn't go to jail.
Oh,
He was killing
wow. So they could, don't tell me that they can't just, because they have just and can't just, right? And we're living in a society right now in Michigan where, you know, you're not supposed to do something, but you did it.
Yeah.
So,
all he did was pay off a porn star. I don't really feel like you should go to jail for paying off a porn star. Me personally,
it's so illegal, first of all. But
what is
he
it, prostitution?
What he did was illegal, first of all. But what I'm saying is this. Yes, I mean, they're literally not coming after him because, oh my God, it's so wrong. Let's go after this. If he was just a regular Joe Smo on the street, come on out. They are literally doing this to try to stop him from doing something that is going to backfire.
Right.
I mean, I don't believe in let's ignore a crime. But it's just
the type of crime and the type of energy that y'all put
you're
into
giving
this.
us
It's just like,
a
doing too
lot
much.
of
He paid off a
energy.
porn star. You don't even really hear from her no more, so it's just like,
A lot of energy. A lot of energy. So, I don't even know who this is. So, I don't know. Anything else? So, when is he supposed to get arrested? Did they say? Because I've tuned this out.
Somebody said that he was supposed to
Turn himself in.
on this following Tuesday.
That's about the fundraising going through the roof.
and them white MAGA folks, militia.
Fundraising is about to go through the roof, people. So all those fundraising is about to go through the roof.
Tracy, we should go get a contract on that campaign.
Fundraising is about to go through the roof. Evan, Harrison, Shelby, Vitaji, what do you guys think about Trump? Let us know. We see it in the chat, in the Facebook chat. Let us know what y'all think. So, next, let's talk about this Senate race in Michigan. And I know we talked about it before. I want to try to talk about it every Friday. What are you guys kind of seeing out there, the energy? Like, are you seeing a lot of campaigning? What are you seeing with the candidate? First, let's say the candidates that have entered the race. On the Democratic side, I still have not researched the Republican side. I want to look the Republican
Hill
side up
Harper.
when you talk. Who are the candidates for the Democratic side? We had Congresswoman Slotkin,
Mm-hmm.
Hill Harper.
Hill
Right.
Harker. Anybody else on the Democratic side?
There was
that,
one lady, she's on the, I think she was appointed by the governor, black lady. She's like the school thing, black woman. I think she was playing on
Oh,
the race.
Pamela Powell. She was
Yeah.
not appointed by the governor.
I thought she
Correct.
ran.
Nope.
She ran.
Pamela Powell was there before Governor Whitmer ever got elected. Pamela Powell is the state school board president. She ran statewide. She won. Nope, not appointed. Not at all. I forgot about Pamela Powell, but it's not Pamela Pugh. I'm sorry.
I'm a Pew.
Pamela Pugh. Pam Pugh from out of Flint. Now, I don't know if she has made her mind up. It says that she is seriously thinking about it. Do we know if she made her mind up to...
I haven't heard anything.
I think that'll really hurt Harper.
I'm still wondering about former Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence.
You didn't even think about that one.
That would definitely throw a wrench
Yeah.
into Hill Harper.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, that would throw a wrench into any black person that's considering running.
I think Hill Harper probably had to drop out. Well, he wouldn't, but
I don't know. Maybe he would if...
Brenda Lawrence ran, former congresswoman, and she's a black woman, and women in politics, that's what everybody really want to see. So it's just like, you got no political experience. You're dealing with a congresswoman who got over 20 years of experience. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go ahead. Hill Harper, all right, first and foremost, he does have a degree.
Yeah, a law degree from Harvard.
From Harvard Law School, all right?
Yeah.
This is because I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, another actor." No. Hill Harper has a Harvard Law degree.
Mm-hmm.
Hill Harper has gone ahead and done so much philanthropy work. He was the voice for One Fair Wind.
Okay, let me pause you. I haven't heard him say it yet. Where can I go to hear him say this?
What?
This story. I've heard you say it.
Mhm.
I've gotten an email with his bio and stuff.
Okay.
I did too.
Where is he able to be seen? Not saying that he's not. I'm just asking you for the people. Like, because
Saturday-
if you're campaigning,
Yep. Every Saturday, 9-10 a.m.
Oh, on a Livonia Pyramid.
but he can't. Is he talking about himself? Because
Mhm.
one, that's illegal to say that you're running for states, and he can't say he's running on 9-10 a.m. So what he can do is have a show right now
And
okay.
talk about who he is, you know.
And every Saturday he does that. Do
Yep.
people call in and ask questions,
I-
or is it
you
him
know,
just talking?
I feel like you got to do more than that because you're gonna really need the young people.
So is that what happening? Is that it's just 9-10? Like where are
right.
and I say this because he's an African American person in this race. I said not last Friday, the Friday before last. I am looking to build back black leadership.
Yep.
Build back black strong leadership throughout the state of Michigan.
Right.
We got the trifecta with the blue wave again from the governor, Secretary of State
Attorney General.
to Attorney General. And I love all three of them. They're all white. It was a time where our Secretary of State, we had Richard Austin. He was the longest serving Secretary of State in Michigan, right?
Yep.
Learned that from African American Leadership Institute. Richard Austin. And he was a black man. Statewide. Black man. And that's the reason why I've heard that they created term limits. Because there was no term limit then, and he kept winning. But I say that to say, I, as a black woman, I love Alyssa Slockin, but I'm not trying to do Alyssa Slockin. I need a viable African American candidate that I can get behind that's out there. Not saying he's not working his butt off. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him yet. I haven't been, you know what I'm saying?
You've been throwing like a
haven't
couple
been at
events.
an event yet. I haven't even, I mean, he came to the convention, but I didn't have time to hear him speak because I was too busy running for election, right?
So,
He actually gonna be in Ann Arbor.
So, from my understanding, from a couple of people that I know that does work with Hill Harper, this is March 31st. April is when he starts full time running his
Okay,
campaign.
so this is like tomorrow. And I say that to say because African Americans, when campaigning, already are, I would say, behind.
You said what?
It's hard behind. If you're
Yeah.
African American running as a white woman, she's probably gonna raise more money than you.
Of course.
Okay? We have to start early if this is what we want. I say this live. This is what I want. I want a black person for US Senate.
So do
That's what I want. Will I be able to get that? It depends on the candidate. It depends on how hard they work. It depends on if they go from the grassroots to the top tier. And they need to be starting with the grassroots. And because most time candidates do this. They go to the elite and say, oh my God, love me, pick me. I say over and over and over again, grassroots creates all movement. If the grassroots love you and they scream your name across the state of Michigan, the elite don't have a choice but to follow the grassroots.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money that they pumping out. They don't have a choice but to follow what grassroots say. If you've created that momentum. Now, if you go to the elite and you just sit up there, and I'm not saying Hill Harper's doing this. Well, I'm not talking about Hill Harper no more. I'm talking about what I think wins,
Just
right?
candidates.
I'm just talking about candidates in general.
Right.
If you go sit up there to the top and you just hang out with them and pray that they endorse you and pray that they do these things. So who's collecting the grassroots and being there with them and making them feel like you really care about them? Nobody. Unless it's the other side that's running against you and you just missed a huge opportunity. Because although some in grassroots, I say small donations matter, $10, $5, all that adds up. Obama.
Yep.
All that matters. But what matters more is their mouthpiece. What Tracy just did. Them telling their grandparents, them telling their sisters, them telling their brothers, vote for Hill Harper this. Like you just gave me the lowdown. That's what matters to me. That's how I know Hill Harper, through Tracy. And I know this black candidate through a white woman.
Oh, white
I just wait. Okay, but yes, okay, I find that to be an issue. But yeah, I just had an epiphany right here. But that's how I know him, through a grassroots person that's screaming his name from the ground up, saying Hill Harper, Hill Harper, Hill Harper, Hill Harper. That's the power. But if you're not reaching them, you need 1,000 Tracys or more, right? That probably cannot donate to you right now, but they will say your name so much that it will be a huge following, that you'll raise money and do all these things and be welcomed all over the state. But Tashana Gill, I speak for nobody else. I want the person to be an African American. I am looking for an African American candidate that I can get behind and push any kind of way. That's what I want. A viable African American candidate that is about building back black leadership. Yes, she'll be everybody's senator, but we need black leadership. We lost that. We lost Brenda Lawrence. The way that the state has been gerrymandered, we'll lose more African American leaders in the city of Detroit because Proposal 1. How? Because of Proposal 1. But anything else on Hill Harper before we continue talking about Hill Harper and Friends and Proposal? I want to touch on Proposal 1, what it does. I keep telling people what it does.
So one more thing that I think people need to be aware of too, as you're talking about, building black leadership.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Real black leadership.
Real black leadership.
Not anybody that go behind a closed door and just sell black people out.
Tashana, do you know how many black individuals since the U.S. Congress was formed? All right, since the very first United States legislature. Do you know how many black senators have served?
How many?
10.
Are you serious?
I am as serious.
We
as
need a black
Okay.
senator.
10.
We need a black senator.
10. So, it's not just a matter of screaming Hill Harper's name from the rooftops. I am grassroots. And I am going to be screaming from the rooftops. Do not vote for Alyssa Slotkin at all. Period. Point blank. I'm a white woman. I don't trust her as a white woman. No. Don't do her. Huh?
Black women. That's just 10 black people altogether?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So how many black women?
I don't even know. Wait, wasn't Kamala the vice president?
Mm-hmm.
She was
But
one.
she ain't claimed black until
Yeah,
until she
whole
was
story.
and she ain't claimed black. I don't know. That's gonna be another
Building back
one.
black leadership is so important. Is because the Proposal 1 to me, my opinion, it only created more competition. So we have in Detroit where certain districts are not just Detroit anymore. They also go into Oakland County.
And Grand, a bunch of different cities. Yeah.
Proposal 1 opened it up where I think, state reps, you can serve longer than 6 years now. What is it,
Now
12?
you can go all the way up to 12 without going
12
to
or
the
you
Senate.
can split with the Senate, whatever, right? The issue with that is people are not going to wait 12 years to run against the incumbent. They're going to run against the incumbent. Then that brings in splitting the vote. So if it's 3 African Americans running out of Detroit, that split the Detroit vote. And there's 1 white person running in Oakland County, anywhere in those seats. White person automatically wins.
Right.
because it's 3 black people running that automatically split the vote, right? Another thing it does is that we already know we talked about fundraising. Let's talk about fundraising.
And one more thing. I just wanted to double check my right here. Since the very first congressional in the United States, we have had like over 16,000 people that has served in Congress.
Mhm.
Out of that, only 186 African Americans.
That's terrible.
That's sad. So another thing it does, fundraising. We are, like I said before, Detroit politicians, Detroit state reps, black politicians have a harder time fundraising than other races, right?
Right.
So you need money to win. Already in my mind, the Oakland County person is probably going to have more money. So not only do you have a split race in Detroit, it's split, 3 black people running, so that vote is
They
automatically
split the money
split.
too.
It's if they getting any money.
Right.
But it also does in Oakland County, this person is the only Caucasian or white or whatever, that only one, and they got money, black leadership gone.
Yep.
It won't be, nobody thought about that. And actually people who, it also opens the door for people who have term limited to come back and run again.
Yep.
So I don't know if they even comprehended what they were voting for. They thought, oh, I'm the incumbent, and incumbent got 90% of chance of winning again. Maybe they were thinking like that. But did you think about the splitting of the vote? Did you think about that your district already goes across Detroit and Oakland County?
That's like
when
District
you voted
16.
for
I
this?
got referred in Livonia, and it used to just have
Exactly.
Detroit. Same thing with District 17. It used to just have Livonia. Now they got Livonia, Redford, and Detroit.
So, and
The
then
Speaker's District, now he got, what is it called? What's the, near St. Clair Shores instead of just in the middle of
East
Detroit.
Point.
and then there's
Yeah.
so many factors, you guys, and it's also the Detroit vote.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard to get Detroit to come out and vote for a
Yeah.
number of reasons. Most people, you know, they were worried
Yeah.
about jobs and all. Like people were worried about living and
Yeah.
not voting. Like
Everything.
a lot was going on,
Right.
right? So it wasn't just I don't want to go vote. Like life happened after COVID and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and so they had to bring Obama and all these people, but the vote still wasn't the same as years ago, which means Oakland County came out way more than Detroit, right? Than Wayne County, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the issue. So if you got 3 black people running for one state rep seat that also has parts of Oakland County, and they split the little bitty Detroit vote, we know Oakland County come out to vote. We know this for
Yeah.
a fact.
Every year.
Who's taking that seat now? It's not the black leadership.
Yeah. No, but what I think should happen is that if you have like when we had the election last year, right? There were what 7 or 8 people running for CD13.
That's going to happen again.
All right. So and ended up no black leadership.
No black leadership.
All right.
We still
Before
13th, the 12th is Rashida Tlaib. And the 13th is
so what
Sheree Tadadar,
Sheree
which got a bunch of
Tadadar.
white people now too.
the way that I look at it is that you need to get black leadership in Detroit, like the Black City Council, all right, black, people who do have, some pull or what have you that are within black leadership, and sit down and talk to these candidates and say, look, if we have 7 black people running for office and there is only 1 white person, we need to trim down the
That
other,
tree.
we
Yeah.
need to. It ain't trimmed down. It needs to just be 1 black
Yeah.
person. But the thing was that I coined it Coleman Young rules. And Coleman Young rules was where Coleman Young and his team, if he knew that the vote would be split, he'll talk to those people and they'll get out the race. But what are you offering them? Like some people run for different reasons. People run, and I don't agree with the reasons, but I'm just telling you why people run. People run because they need a job, which a sucky reason. Some people run really believing that they can do a good job, right? It's all different type of reasons why people run. But if I come to you and y'all two run against each other and I need EJ to win and I come to you and I try to talk you out of the race, but I have absolutely nothing to give you. Say you need a job and I don't have a job to give you, you're going to take the risk and still run against EJ. But Coleman Young made sure people were taken care of, especially if they were qualified. You get what I'm saying? So it wasn't just like you getting out the race and threatening people. So I don't want to discourage people from running. I think everybody has a right to run. But I think it's also a combination of looking at for the whole. Now, black people, we got to look at for the whole of black people.
Yeah.
We don't have any power if we look towards the future, we will lose power because of Proposal 1.
Yep.
We're going to lose power because I see, and maybe I will be wrong, I see people running against some of our black state reps. It's going to be black people that in Detroit that get in those races because they believe that they can beat this elected official, right? They believe that they can beat the person that sits in office.
Yeah, everybody gonna come back to
if they really believe that with their heart, it'll be 3 or 4 people in this race. Black people. In the Oakland County, only one person, white person is gonna be. We'll win. Mm-hmm. Period, point blank. And so we have to go back to the Coleman Young rules for the whole of the people. But you have to give people something, and I'm not saying buy them out, but give them something. Why are you asking me to get the race? You know what I mean? It's different. Like, it has to be a talk. It's something has to happen. I don't know what that is, but black people, I say that loud, and I keep saying black people, African Americans, we are losing power in Michigan. Period, point blank. Tell me we not. Oh, we gained. No, we're losing power.
You know, why couldn't if you have a black candidate, for example, Bill Harper, okay? You have a black candidate. Then you go ahead and you have 3 or 4 other black candidates, right, that want to run for the same seat.
Right.
Why couldn't it be like, all right, if Hill Harper raised all this money, turns, looks at the other candidates
That's
and
the
says,
idea.
look, let me run this. Let me run this. I win. You guys are coming with me. And I will give you a job with me.
A job or just donating to their campaigns or helping to build something. I mean, and then it goes back to
together instead of, well, I'm going to work on my campaign here and he's going to work on his campaign. No. Why don't you all work on the same campaign, and then when that person wins, they go ahead and
And then I think too, African Americans, and I had to talk with someone, African Americans we look at symbolism, right? And me and Al Williams had to talk about this. He the one said that African Americans are like, they love the symbolism of something besides what are we getting. And symbolism, what I mean is that is like, you nominate the first black whatever, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But is that really power? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Power, and like, we need black African American legislators that have a vote. That's power. And people will say, well, Garland Gilchrist, I like Garland. Garland's great. But Garland he gavels in, the lieutenant governor gavels in and gavels out.
And go to events.
Yep.
And that's what you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Learn the position of what the person, and they're just, and great, we got a first. I'm for that.
There's
I'm
nothing
for
there.
the symbolism.
As long as you're not the first and the
But
last.
I don't want people to get blinded by the symbolism.
That's
What do we have? What power do we have? Concrete power. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, to where everybody's getting taken care of by African Americans. We're still behind in businesses, home ownership, economics, all of that. but we have this symbolism. What does that symbolism equal for black? Like, did it give us more home ownership? No. Did it give us more of that? It gave us, we got the first. And I think Biden, Republicans, both Republicans and Democrats do it to African Americans. And I'm speaking out. They'll throw us that symbolism bone to shut us the fuck up. And I did cuss. We're gonna make
Sorry,
this
Miss
person,
Denise.
We're gonna make this person the first this.
Is Denise on there?
I don't.
So we're gonna make this person the first this, and that'll quiet black people.
Like Kamala
We
Harris?
gave them something, but
Yeah.
what did it change the livelihood? So when I say black leadership, putting us in spots where it affect economics, where it affect home ownership, where it affect like the education, where it affect or like something tangible. I'm tired of symbol fucking-lism.
You know, that was like
You get what I'm like? I'm tired of symbolism.
So Kamala Harris
that
really
was
just sitting
that
there.
was like
Give me what does it equal to? Like, does it equal to the pocketbook? You could be the first, you could be the second, you could be the last, you could be the third. What did you change?
one of the things when back in what was it, November, December,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
when Governor Whitmer went ahead and appointed Kyra Bolden Harris to the Michigan State Supreme Court, making her the first
Which
black
is great,
woman,
but that's
which is great.
symbolism.
I was right there saying, and that's where I think that the black community needs to come together too and say, that's a great. You appointed a black woman to the Michigan State Supreme Court. Awesome, but don't piecemeal us.
She probably
This
won't
is
even
not
win
it.
re-election.
Now you have to go
Yes,
ahead.
you gotta go for re-election.
You know, you still have to go ahead and do right to work. You still got to do this, that, and the other. Don't think for a minute that just because you appointed a black woman to the Michigan State Supreme Court that now we're going to shut up.
And a lot of people will, though.
A lot of people will, because black people, in the words of Al Williams, love symbolism. And I really have been thinking about that. And so I am on a mission. This, like I said,
You do some hood, black folks gonna love it. Big Gretchen, the bus, you know, then they just immediately gonna vote
symbolism.
for you. Right.
Symbolism. I'm more about what does it equal? Like, what is
Yep.
tangible results? How many? What's the home ownership for African Americans? Used to be real high at one point. It's not. You know, what is this? So and they dangle that in our face. And like I say, it's not just that's what's known to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Find a black person, appoint them, and woo! Black people are happy. We gave y'all this. Vote for Biden. He gave y'all the first African American
Vice
Supreme
President.
Court
Oh,
justice. Vote for him again. Okay. The way, and then let's do, before we leave, Kamala Harris, VP.
Who ain't got no power, who just
The
gonna make
way
some-
they allow her to be beaten down in the news so she won't even attempt to run for president is bullcrap to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The storylines, the narrative is always saying she's not doing her job, she's not doing this, she failed at this, she failed at that. And I think that is them allowing that to happen because the president is the bully pole. You know what I'm saying? The president is they got more power with the media than anything. Fix that.
And Elizabeth Warren came out and said something about her, talking about Biden shouldn't put her on the ticket and all of that.
She been beaten down.
Yeah, by her
They
own
said
party.
she failed at everything.
Yeah.
It's coming from the Democrats, and it's mainly coming that she's failed at everything. She's a horrible VP and all this stuff. Why are they even allowing that? So you put this African American woman there just to have her beaten down?
Cause they never
To
did that
stop
to
her
Biden.
from doing whatever she want to do in the future? I look behind the scene to myself. And that goes in people's heads when it's time for her to, like, say she want to run for president in the future, right? I'm not a Kamala fan. I wasn't when she ran for president the first time. But if it goes. Tradition is when the president leaves, it's the vice president turn.
Yep.
Has that not been tradition?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
Biden
I
would've
think
ran if his son
somebody's
wasn't
trying to mess up that tradition. But that's tradition. She will be next. It's up to her whether she want to say. I'm saying after this term because he said he's running. It's up to her to say whether she wants to take the reins, right? It's up to her to say I'm gonna put my hat in or I'm not gonna put. That's been
Yep.
presidents, right? That's
Yep.
been what happened. But I think they're trying to destroy her record so much to where she probably won't even want to do it.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
So it ain't.
And
even
that
no point.
sucks when you read between the lines. I read between the lines on everything. You can't just tell me some shit and think I'm about to believe it. I'm looking at the other side.
But you know
why
what's sad?
are you putting this
The
out
chair
there?
of the DNC is a black man. But you said it's the party. I feel like that's messed up.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing.
You know what? They don't even put him out there. I forget that. I still remember the other
The
guy.
same
That
thing.
was
Oh, you talking about the white dude?
I forgot he's
Jamie
gone.
Churches, I think, or
I
something.
forgot he's gone. Which he should have never won. It should have been a congressperson, Keith Ellison. He should have won. If Keith Ellison would have been the chair of the party, it would have been
But the
dynamic.
same thing, we got a black chair here in Michigan.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, and this is one
I
thing
just-
that I'm learning from Deshaun and a number
A black
of
chair
my-
here in Michigan.
Okay, this is what I say about that. I want people to realize about any organization. It's just an organization, and what I would say to that is because what I would say to that, I'm trying not to say.
Say not
Is-
too much.
You don't need a title to do the work.
You don't.
So if you see, because I always have these conversations with precinct delegates. Speaking of precinct delegates, got a precinct delegate training coming up. We'll talk about that right after this. You don't need a title to do the work.
Right.
If you see this is something that needs to be done, you don't have to be elected to any office to do it. Just do it. Organize. I've organized so much without a title. I don't even like saying the titles that I have in the room. My name is Tashana. And so just do it. You don't need a title to be accepted. If you are out there and you're doing the work, grassroots will come to you and accept you. Nobody cares about the elite because they a state rep or they this or they that. Stop being fascinated by that. And I thank God for my mother at a young age who grabbed me up and just told me that everybody is just like you.
Yeah.
So don't ever idolize anybody. And that's how I always move throughout my life, which is perfect for what I do today. And so I would say that when it comes to like the party, it's just an organization. It's an organization that's trying to do a job like anybody else.
Right.
Will they have flaws? Yes. Okay. So you do the things that you think that organization is lacking and just move on. Do those things.
Yep.
If they tend to jump on board with what you're doing, cool. If they don't, oh well. You can have a huge organization too. I think the party probably don't have more than 10,000 members. We can look it up. It's 5 between. Maybe I'm gonna get 5,000.
I feel like if I went to go.
So
be a
just think,
Republican,
how
they'd
many
let me talk.
Democrats voted in the election? That's what people don't understand. Everybody who's a Democrat is not a member of the Democratic Party.
I'm not.
I'm just telling you. Most people who are Democrats, my mama don't even know about the Michigan Democratic Party. She don't even know that it's an organization exists
Right.
that, that you can sign up and become a member. She just knows she's a Democrat.
That's only
So
people that pay
people
attention.
need to wrap their head around that aspect. They think everybody who's a Democrat, oh my God, this party has 1 million members. No, it does not.
Right.
I don't even think it has 10. We gotta look it up and see how many members
MDP?
they have. MDP.
It's less than 10,000.
It's
So
way
most
less
people
than
don't
10,000.
Donate.
But everybody who's not a Democrat, you talk to your friend, people on the street, they don't know what the Michigan Democratic Party is. It's
No,
just
they
an
don't even know the one
organization.
campaign. None
They
of
know
that is.
NAACP before they know the Michigan Democratic Party.
Right.
Everybody don't know who the one campaign is. If you talk to somebody that ain't helped you do anything, they don't know that.
Right.
They don't know this world that we know with the 12th, the 13th, the 4th, all these congressional districts. They look at us like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Right.
They know that they're Democrat or Republican or Libertarian, they go vote. So, in closing, we have to get ready to close out. Anything we want to tell people this weekend? We have, not this weekend, we have a lot of events coming up. But we'll talk about one. What's coming up, you guys? We have a training, a grassroots caucus training. Mm-hmm. We're training precinct delegates and grassroots leaders. If you want to sign up, it is on United Precinct Delegates website, Facebook page. Instagram. No location is listed for a reason. We actually are over the limit of people that need to be signed up. The capacity is 100. I think we're like at 130 something people, but there's something called a flake rate. So it's still open. You know, you got the flake rate. Yeah. So it's still open and ready for people to RSVP if you want to get training on how to be a dynamic organizer like Tracy Pease, who's an awesome organizer, you guys. Anybody who does not hire Tracy is a fucking idiot.
Thank you, Shoshana.
Because she can go around the state and do anything you need. So I just don't get it. That's the dumbest move in the world. And I said the dumbest thing you could ever do in life.
I'm not a good organizer.
You're great. I haven't gotten to you yet. But yeah, we're doing an organizing training. It's April the 8th at 12.
That's next
p.m.
Saturday.
Just RSVP and you'll get the location. It's downtown area Detroit. It will be free parking for you. We'll validate your parking so you're straight. So if you want to attend, let us know. We'll be back next Friday, you guys, talking about the Senate race and how we're building back black leadership. We're building black leadership unapologetically. I dare somebody get mad at me for building back black leadership.
Can you say that again 3 times fast?
Building back black leadership, building back black leadership, building back black leadership. I did it! Unapologetically trying to build back black leadership. We need it. Coleman Young era. Coleman Young days. African Americans, we're building it back. So, we're about to go. Thank you, EJ. EJ, we're going to try to get EJ back here next Saturday.
Friday.
If he's not busy with, next Friday, he's not busy with his schedule.
Sky.
Huh? His schedule. You know, all the ladies. And we're going to close out with Tracy's song that she recommended today. Tracy's song. Thank you for watching Politics with the Princess on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in